Okay, after a lot of waiting, we finally have KAMO's map event in the game, and with the map event, we have the formidable battle where we do have a high score challenge versus the orangutan type cursed spirit blue-haired. Wow, that is a mouthful right there. So we're going to be taking this on very hard difficulty, recommended combat power 73,800. It's really not that bad of a difficulty. As you can see, I have not gotten over the 10 million score yet. So today, I'm going to show you guys two teams to get over the 10 million score. I will say I got almost up to the 10 million score and I was just running a team on auto. I haven't even actually attempted this yet really. So I'll show you guys the team I did it on auto with. Not that everybody's going to be able to copy it, but this was my auto team and I almost got 10 million with this auto team right here. And notice I only have one blue character. Blue type is advantaged. So I'm going to be showing you guys two teams today. I'm going to show you guys a somewhat free to play friendly team and then also a pay to play team as well. So this is more of your, well, this one actually is not your free to play friendly team. Sorry. With Kaido here, this is more of your free to play friendly team. So this is your free to play friendly team. This is what you're going to go for. You have two buffers. You have Kaido to give them back energy so they can continually use their buffs. And then you have Gojo to do his nuking damage. And then for your more pay to play team, you have Nishimiya and Geto right here. Geto is going to be able to debuff. Nishimiya is going to be able to give some break damage and extra damage as well. And then Yaga is here. And we have a dupe 5 Gojo. I can't really change the dupe 5 Gojo here, but a lot of people do have Gojo at least. They may not have him dupe 5, but even just having Gojo, like, it's absolutely broken. So you do want to have Gojo's skills leveled up. He is the most important one to have his skills leveled up on. So level 9, level 8, and level 9 there for my skills. On the sub slot, I do have a Defender Maki. This Maki actually does decent damage to the JJK 0 Maki, but I would not call her super crazy, but she is a true free-to-play character, and we don't have a lot of other good blue attackers, so might as well throw her on there. You could use blue Fushiguro if you wanted, but he's not too crazy. So we'll start with the free-to-play team, and we'll see how much damage we can get, and then we'll do the pay-to-play team and see how much damage that does. I think this team honestly will do more damage, but we'll just have to see. And I am running non-standard over Pride because I'd rather do damage over time with Gojo skill 1 than just sit there and buff the whole time trying to get his ultimate with Pride. So I think it's actually better to run non-standard in this particular case. Okay, so for the more free-to-play team, I actually did decide to switch things up a little bit. I decided to run Inumaki for the ultimate gauge up, and then I did decide to run Pride so that I can stack that damage. So let's go ahead and we are going to buff. We'll give ultimate gauge and buff. We are going to give ultimate gauge to everybody and a little bit of defense. And actually, let's pop this early. And then we are going to skill 1 right here. Maybe that's not actually the way to go. Maybe we want to go, I think actually we go like this. Yeah, this is the better move. We need our skill 1 to like kill in one shot, so that's the goal. We should have the ultimate gauge to maybe get it before his evasion. If not, we'll have to wait a turn because of the evasion. Alright, looking good. Alright, that's 2 ultimates. There's the evasion, so we're gonna have to wait one more turn. Buff. It doesn't matter. Self buff one more time. Okay, we're fine. Alright, buff. We can ult right here with an ult here. Oh, actually we don't want to ult, sorry. Skill 1 right here. My bad. Alright, and that gets him broken. Beautiful. You can only do a max of that much damage before he's down. Now is where you can do your big damage, so now we do an ult. Ult here. We can do this for ultimate gauge up if we really want to. And we need to wait one more turn, so we go back into self-buffing here. Man, it kind of messes up. Actually, we'll be fine. How many turns do we have left on Pride? We might be okay. Yeah, we're actually okay. Alright, so we'll be able to self-buff here for 2 times. Okay, good damage. Just a nice little bit of extra damage. We're gonna buff one more turn with Gojo, and then we're gonna nuke with Gojo. Gojo should do a good amount of damage here. Alright, so we buff. Buff again. Self buff one more time, and we do still have his pride for 3 more turns, right? So we'll be okay on that. So we go like this, and that way we have the self buff on him twice, and then we can ult next turn. Want to maximize Gojo's damage multiplier. Alright, and the final turn, buff. We go ahead and do the ult right here, and then we do this ult right here. And this should do a good amount of damage. Here we go. Alright, Gojo. 6 million damage, so we hit the 10 million mark pretty easily right there. You could probably do this with Kaido as well. You don't necessarily have to have Inumaki, I feel like. Just having Gojo here was nice. It'd probably be better actually with Kaido. So probably run this with Kaido and it works out better for more damage, even more than 11 million. Alright, so here we can go like this, and then just pop an ult here. Nice, down to me. And now we just gotta finish up the fight. Honestly, not too bad at that point. 11 million, I'll take it. That's pretty decent. I think it could have been better if I had run Kaido, honestly. But there's a strat for you guys if you're looking for a light spending / free-to-play way to get that easy 10 mil. Okay, we go like this. Does it even matter? I mean, I can pop this, I guess. Boom. And then boom. Inumaki down to 1 health on his own. The evasion coming through, which has been annoying, but I think we'll be okay. It doesn't matter what we do with Inumaki here. Let's go ahead and, I guess, self-buff since we can't attack this turn. Maki does have the res if he happens to attack her. He decided to attack Inumaki though, that's fine. Alright, buff, and then ultimate. 238,000. I'm so proud of the free-to-play Maki putting in the work. We'll self-buff again. Alright, we'll pop this ult, and this ult, and self-buff with Maki again. Maki will finally be able to use her recollection if we get to that point before killing. It feels really long at this point. I wish I was using another attacker character here, but it's fine. Okay. So there's the score, 13,918,000. Not bad. We got a decent score overall. You can definitely get that a lot higher. You can run a different character in Maki's spot. I was just running like a true free-to-play character right there. You could also run Kaido in place of Inumaki. Kaido would probably be the better choice there, and ult with him and Gojo on the same turn and get even more damage. But easy damage right there. Let's try the more pay-to-play experience. Okay, so sticking with the pay-to-play experience, this time around I'm going to be using non-standard on Gojo because I like Pride, but it doesn't work with the way this guy works with him having evasion on turn 3. We need to knock him down before turn 3, and if we want to use Pride, then we won't be able to use the second proc of Pride within the amount of turns that we have if we knock him down on turn 2, if that makes sense. So like in the last run, we ulted with Gojo, I believe, on turn 7, so we didn't get the advantage of this recollection on Ishimiya, or the recollection whoever we had it on the previous run, where it gives the 25% extra damage. So this time I should get full advantage of the 25% extra damage, plus 85% from non-standard, as opposed to 60% from Pride, because I wouldn't be able to get the second proc. So it's better to actually run non-standard here on this particular team. So we're going to go ahead and buff. We will buff here. We are going to skill 1 right here, and then we are going to go ahead and self buff for 1 turn, and then we're going to skill 1. Alright, so far so good. Buff, buff. Now we skill 2 right here, and skill 1. Alright, Gojo downs him. Beautiful. And now we're going to go ahead and use another skill 2 to debuff the enemy. When we have 40 or more cursed energy, he takes 31.3% cursed technique damage for 3 turns. That's going to increase our overall damage. And we buff twice for Gojo for these 2 bars, and then on the last bar we'll be able to ult. Alright, and we buff. Skill 1. We debuff again, and self-buff one more time. Alright, beautiful. And now we are able to do this. We buff one more time here. And then now we do have Gato's ult, so we're going to go ahead and pop this. It's not going to be the craziest damage, but it'll be decent at 55 cursed energy. And then we want to pop Gojo's ult as well. We should be able to get some really good damage in right here overall. $1,700,000 damage for Uzumaki, decent, and Gojo's going to do way more. $10 mil damage? Yeah, he's a bit insane. Okay. We're gonna hit like 12 mil damage or something like that. 13 mil damage? Ooh, boy. Okay, yeah. There you go. That's a score. That's a score line. That's actually insane. And then skill 1 right here. And we should end it right here. We almost got a 20 million score. That's crazy. We go like this. Buff. Debuff. And one more ult if we need it. I don't think we'll need the ult, but we'll see. I don't think the ult's necessary. It's so not necessary. There we go. 18 million. Let's freaking go. So there's the pay-to-play team. A lot more insane than the free-to-play run, obviously, but I did some things wrong with the free-to-play run, to be fair. It could have been optimized a lot better. So hopefully that helps you out, gives you an idea of how to score high in this event. And if you guys did enjoy the video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel. Peace.